So it is now time for Fan Facts Part Tour with yours truly, the Coaster Fanatic. Fan Facts Part Tour is where I give you the 5 things that you'll love and the 5 things that you'll hate about going to this certain amusement park. I found some old footage. It's not great footage, but it will do for Silver Dollar City. It's the only footage I took of Silver Dollar City. So this will be about Silver Dollar City. So let's get started with the 5 things that you'll love about going to Silver Dollar City. The 5th thing that you'll love about going to Silver Dollar City is the amount of family rides that they have. If you're one of those people that are not into roller coasters, then this is definitely the park for you. It's got some nice family rides. It's got a great kid section. It's got some other things to do besides high thrilling. Now, if you're a thrill seeker, then you're also going to have a great time because they have some great high thrilling roller coasters, some great high thrilling rides, and it just overall, it's got some nice amount of high thrills, families, and stuff to do for the kids if the kids want to have their own mediocre thrills. The 4th thing that you'll love about going to Silver Dollar City are the operations. Listen, this park always runs maximum capacity. Now, here's the thing, is that maximum capacity for almost all the coasters are about 2 trains. I think Wildfire is the only coaster there that has 3 trains. However, it has been a while, so I don't remember how many trains all the other coasters ran, but I think they're more likely around 2. I remember Outlaw Run did 2, and Powder Keg had 2, and then, of course, Wildfire's B&M, and most B&Ms have 3 trains, and as always, they run 3 trains. And they dispatch the trains very quickly. Very long lines can only be about 45, maybe a half an hour long, which in reality isn't that long at all. They're really good. They're like Cedar Point long. Quick. They just dispatch the train as soon as possible. However, the one thing bad about the operation, I'll just point this out, is that the rides break down pretty often. When I was there, the first day, Powder Keg was closed the entire day. Then the next day, Outlaw Run was closed the entire day, but Powder Keg opened. Well, oh well. And then Powder Keg had some technical difficulties, but oh well. Moving on to the 3rd thing that you'll love about heading to Silver Dollar City is the theming. This park is immersed with theming. There is theming everywhere, all over the place. It's themed to the 19th century times, around the Civil War and blacksmiths and stuff like that. Old Missouri culture, and it's really cool. Another thing that's part of the theme is the fact that this park is just submersed with trees. There are trees everywhere, and there's a lot of shade, so if you get really hot and sweaty and need a place to relax, then you could just find a bench or something like that and just relax and have some shade. The 2nd thing you'll love about going to Silver Dollar City are the shows. They have some fantastic shows. One I can name off the top of my head is like a science fair show where they just have some explosions and cool things that happen that have to do with science and chemistry and stuff like that. It's really cool. And also their other shows are really good. And the final thing that you'll love about going to Silver Dollar City is the food. Now here's the Silver Dollar City is famous for its food. They got some great skillets, sausage, corn, stuff like that. They also have some great pies and just some awesome old style food that is just you can't get anywhere else in an amusement park, and for affordable price. A ton of food, like Busch Garden amount of food is like only $9, so that's actually really good for how expensive amusement parks can be. I know, for instance, Kings Dominion, they have like $15 for a Philly cheesesteak. So those are the 5 things that you'll love about Silver Dollar City. Now here are the 5 things you'll hate about Silver Dollar City. The 5th thing that will hate you, and this is for most parks, but Silver Dollar City in particular, are the crowds. Every day they just get a ton of crowds, so it's nothing really out of the ordinary, but it is kind of annoying. The 4th thing that will annoy you is the park map. The park map is a newspaper, which is kind of cool, but the problem is it really does not help you get around the park at all. The pathways are hard to find, and that's also the 3rd thing too, is that pathways are impossible to find. The pathways are so windy and downhill that it takes you forever to find anything. You have to be very careful of where you are going. And another thing that will annoy you, this is not 2nd, this is still part of 3rd, is that the only way you'll really know where you're going is if you read the map correctly. And also another thing is that sometimes they'll have chalk written down on the sidewalk that will help you get to where you want to go. The 2nd thing that will annoy you when going to Silver Dollar City is also pathways, per se, and it's how small the pathways are. Pathways are very small. As you could tell, this is a main pathway. This is like a normal, large pathway. Look how small it is. It is incredibly small, so it is very tight space and they get a lot of crowds, so it is just hard to walk through and it's very cramped. So if you're not one of those people that like crowds, then you're gonna really not like going to Silver Dollar City because of that. It's just really hard to really get around the place. And now the final thing, and this isn't really a big of a deal, but it was for me when I went. And even though food prices were low, everything else was expensive. The number one thing that I was annoyed, besides prices, was just overall how they kept the park. The park was clean, don't get me wrong, but it was just weird because lines can be long and short at the same time. It was weird. And it's been a while since I've been there, but I mean, as you're seeing, there's water all over the place, and it was kind of dirty at the same time. They kept it clean, and also it's just really hard to find. And that's another thing for pathways. So in general, the number one thing that annoyed me when going to when I went to Silver Dollar City was it's impossible to go on pathways. And I think that's the main thing when it comes to Silver Dollar City is pathways. It is hard to find pathways, and this entire footage was just me trying to figure out how to get to Outlaw, which I finally did, only to have to turn around because it was closed the entire day. So anyway, thank you for watching this Fan Facts Park Tour. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep coasting, roller coaster fanatics.
Till the sun shines, Nelly, and the clouds go drifting by. We will be happy, Nelly, don't you fret. Down Lover's Lane we'll wander, sweetheart, you and I. Wait till the sun shines, Nelly, by and by. Yes, by and by. Bye-bye, everybody. See you later.